Think you know rock? Think again. From guitars that screamed rebellion to voices that shook stadiums, we're counting down 12 legendary rock performances you cannot miss. Moments that changed music forever. Stay tuned because the chaos, the fury, and the magic of rock history starts now. Altamont. Just saying the name brings images of chaos, tension, and the raw edge of rock and roll. The Rolling Stones took the stage in front of hundreds of thousands, and what happened that day would echo through music history forever.
I was round when Jesus.
Sympathy for the Devil wasn't just a song that night. It became a symbol of a generation's collapse, a harsh end to the idealism of the 60s. The performance was intense. Mick Jagger prowled the stage like a predator, the band playing with a nervous energy that reflected the crowd itself.
Oh yeah, but what's puzzling you is just a
Large, unruly, and at times dangerous. A man was fatally injured in the crowd during the show, and that tragedy loomed over the performance, giving it a dark weight that no other Rolling Stones concert had ever carried. Musically, the band delivered an edgy, hypnotic groove.
Stuck around St. Petersburg when I.
With Charlie Watts drumming steadying the swirling chaos and Keith Richards' guitar cutting through the tension like a knife. But it was the moment, the perfect storm of music, crowd, and disaster that transformed a performance into legend.
Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my.
Altamont reminded the world that rock wasn't just music. It was life, risk, rebellion, and sometimes tragedy.
Down inside I feel the scream. This terrible silence stops me.
Fast forward 20 years from Altamont, and the stage is the Grammys, a place known for polished suits, polite applause, and conservative performances. And then Metallica appears.
That there's not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain.
They chose to debut One, a heavy, complex, anti-war song, live on national television. Imagine millions of viewers tuning in, expecting smooth, mainstream music, and instead hearing tight, crushing riffs, double-kick drumming, and James Hetfield's haunting vocals.
Back in the womb, it's much too real. It pumps life that I must.
It was a seismic moment for metal, a genre that rarely saw the light of day in the mainstream. The performance itself was powerful. The band started quietly, building tension slowly, letting the audience lean into the dark narrative of a soldier trapped in his own body.
Just like a wartime novelty, tied to machines that being.
Then, suddenly, the song explodes. The guitars scream, the drums hammer, and Metallica isn't just playing. They're commanding the room. This wasn't a Grammy performance, it was a statement. It proved that heavy music could be both technically brilliant and emotionally devastating, even in the most unexpected places. In 1988, a small New York club became the stage for one of the defining moments in hard rock history. GunsNRoses had been rising fast, and their energy on this night was unstoppable. Welcome to the Jungle wasn't just a song anymore. It was an introduction to a new kind of rock star, full of danger, charisma, and swagger. Axl Rose's voice cut through the haze of sweat, cigarette smoke, and city grit, while Slash's guitar practically roared with menace and style. The crowd reacted like it was a street fight, caught up in the raw power and unpredictability of the band. This was the moment GunsNRoses proved they were more than a band. They were a force, a seismic shift in the late 80s rock landscape. It was thrilling, slightly scary, and completely unforgettable. By the early 90s, grunge had exploded, and Nirvana stood at the center of it all. But here, in a small, intimate MTV Unplugged session, Kurt Cobain showed another side. The stripped-down set forced him to confront the song alone. His voice raw, his acoustic guitar fragile, and every emotion laid bare. When he sang "Where Did You Sleep Last Night?", critics later wrote, "It wasn't just music. It was confession. It was pain. It was beauty." The audience leaned in, spellbound, because what they heard wasn't a performance. It was a glimpse into Cobain's soul. Every note, every pause, every guttural scream carried a weight that electrified the room and continues to give chills decades later. This wasn't about spectacle or power. It was about honesty, vulnerability, and the quiet intensity that made Nirvana one of the most important bands in rock history. It's a reminder that rock can be terrifyingly soft and profoundly human at the same time. If you want a textbook example of hard rock energy, look no further than ACDC at the Apollo Theater in 1978. The band had already made waves with their raw sound, but this performance showed just how explosive they could be live. Angus Young was a whirlwind on stage. He sprinted, jumped, and posed like a man possessed, his guitar screaming with every note. Bon Scott's voice cut through the roar of the crowd, confident, swaggering, and dangerously charismatic. The riffs were tight, the drums relentless, and the energy? Pure electricity. What makes this performance unforgettable isn't just the music, it's the feeling of danger and joy combined. You can almost see the sweat flying off the stage and feel the audience's pulse matching every beat. This is ACDC at their absolute peak, a masterclass in raw, untamed rock and roll. When Eddie Van Halen picked up his guitar, the world of rock instantly changed. The 1978 tour performance of Eruption, followed by You Really Got Me, was a revelation. Eddie didn't just play guitar, he redefined it. His tapping technique, lightning-fast runs, and precision blew audiences away. People watching for the first time had never seen anything like it. Fingers flying, strings screaming, and a stage that seemed to vibrate with electricity. David Lee Roth's charisma added to the spectacle, bouncing across the stage, hyping the crowd, and bringing a playful, theatrical energy that perfectly complemented Eddie's wizardry. This performance wasn't just a display of skill, demonstration. It was a turning point. Guitarists around the world watched, copied, and tried to understand how one man could make the instrument sound alive in a completely new way. Van Halen made the guitar feel limitless. Few performances in history combine virtuosity and spectacle like Prince in the Rain. The Super Bowl XLI halftime show in 2007 was unforgettable. As the rain poured down, Prince's guitar soared above it all, shredding the iconic solo of Purple Rain with absolute mastery. Every note was perfect, every bend and slide deliberate. But it wasn't just skill. It was drama, it was storytelling.
Sing the night!
His voice carried the emotion of the song, tender yet powerful, while the lightning and downpour turned the stage into something out of a dream. The performance showed why Prince was more than a musician.
Come on!
He was a showman, a virtuoso, a creator who could make millions of viewers feel every note deep in their bones. It's a rare combination of technical brilliance and pure rock theater, and it has been replayed endlessly for good reason.
Make that highway run.
Bruce Springsteen is known as the boss for a reason. On the 1978 Phoenix show, his performance of Rosalita captured everything that makes his live shows legendary: relentless energy, emotional connection, and sheer stamina.
Gonna need your soft, sweet little girl's tongue. You're the one.
The band was tight, each instrument perfectly in sync, but Bruce was the heart, running, dancing, and engaging with the crowd like every person mattered. The song itself felt like a celebration, a mix of joy, rebellion, and pure rock and roll fun. It's the kind of performance where the audience becomes part of the show, clapping, singing, and shouting along. It's long, it's exhausting, and it's thrilling.
Show me there, and that chair wrestler upstairs. You know.
Bruce and the E Street Band showed what it means to not just perform music, but to live it, breathe it, and pull everyone in with you.
Wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have.
Few songs in rock history have the aura of Stairway to Heaven. And seeing it live at Earl's Court in 1975 was like watching music itself become a living, breathing force. From the first delicate notes, Jimmy Page's guitar created a quiet, mystical world.
In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird.
And Robert Plant's voice seemed to float above it all, both gentle and commanding. But then, as the song builds, the energy rises into something transcendent. The solos soar, the drums pound, and the audience is completely absorbed. It's not just a concert, it's a ritual. Every note feels larger than life.
Don't be alarmed, it's just a sprinkling.
Every chord resonates in your chest. And for that moment, the boundaries between performer and listener disappear.
There's still time to change the road you're on. I hope so.
This performance wasn't just music. It was spiritual, epic, and unforgettable. A perfect example of how rock can reach something beyond ordinary experience. Monterey Pop Festival in 1967 captured the spirit of a generation in rebellion, and The Who were at its chaotic heart. When they played My Generation, it wasn't just a song, it was a manifesto. Pete Townshend's guitar smashed with force. Keith Moon's drumming was wild and unpredictable, and Roger Daltrey's vocals shouted the frustration and defiance of youth.
Why don't you all fade away?
The performance famously ended with the band destroying their instruments on stage. It wasn't random destruction, it was a statement.
About my generation.
Rock was breaking out of polite forms, rejecting conformity, and exploding with raw, unapologetic energy. Watching The Who at Monterey was like witnessing history in motion, a perfect storm of attitude, power, and cultural upheaval.
I heard it on my radio.
Live Aid at Wembley Stadium in 1985 gave the world one of the most electric performances in rock history. Queen took the stage, and from the very first note, Freddie Mercury owned the stadium. The energy was contagious. 72,000 people singing in unison, carried by Mercury's charisma and the band's flawless musicianship. They performed a mix of their biggest hits, but Bohemian Rhapsody and Radio Gaga were the crowning moments.
All we hear, Radio Gaga.
Mercury's control, the harmonies, the dramatic pauses, everything felt cinematic, yet real. This performance wasn't just a concert, it was a unifying moment.
Radio Gaga, radio was you.
For a few magical minutes, music became a language everyone understood, electrifying and unforgettable. And at number 1, the performance that defines not just rock, but a generation, Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. On August 18, 1969, Hendrix picked up his guitar and played the American national anthem like no one had ever heard it before. It wasn't patriotic in the traditional sense, and it was a protest, a scream, a prayer. The guitar moaned, screamed, and soared, mimicking bombs and chaos, reflecting the turbulence of the era. Hendrix turned a familiar song into a revolutionary statement, blending technical genius with raw emotion and political commentary. This wasn't just a performance, it was history. The notes linger in your mind long after hearing them, and the image of Hendrix on stage, completely absorbed in his music, remains one of the most iconic moments in rock. It's a performance that changed everything and reminds us why rock has the power to challenge, inspire, and move the world. The journey doesn't end here, rock warrior. Watch this next.